back to Two Movie Gurus. I'm Chris.
And I'm Andrew.
And today in this video, we will be showing you guys our top 10 favorite films of 2016.
So how it's going to work, we're just going to alternate every other. So I'll do 10, he'll do his 10, then 9, and so forth. And we're going to give the honorable mentions at the end of the video, or after we tell you our top 10, just so you can't process of eliminate and cancel out movies that you might have thought were in our top 10.
And to start this list off, before we start this list off, I just want to say I have not seen Patriots Day, Silence, or what was the other film I had not seen this year?
Edge of 17?
No, not Edge of 17. Nocturnal Animals. I have not seen that as well. So those could have made it possibly in my list, but Nocturnal Animals I will see soon. Just slipped. The other two have not come out here yet. But number 10 for me is The Witch. This is a movie not many people... It's not for everybody, let's just say that. It's set in the 1630s in New England, and it is a freaky movie. The director, he wrote and directed, Robert Eggers. He's kind of a new director. He's the way he sets the tone in the film is just incredible. Every frame, every shot in this movie means something, and is a creepy, weird vibe to it. And I just eat this film up. It stars Anna Taylor-Johnson. She's not big either. There's really no one big in this movie. Very small movie. You guys probably never even heard of it this year. And it is incredible. But like I said, if you're not a huge horror fan, you probably won't like this film. He didn't like the film. He really didn't like the film. No one I really know besides a few people that went and seen it with me really liked it. But I love this film. Definitely go check it out.
A cool thing about The Witch that I saw just recently, the director Robert Eggers, whatever, he researched the topic, that old style for 5 years I heard, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an absolutely incredible film, but like I said, it won't be for everybody for sure. Like I said, he didn't like it, but he can at least appreciate the directing of. Yes, correct.
All right, and now on to my number 10. I'm the same as him. I haven't seen Patriots Day, Silence, and Edge of 17. All of those could have possibly have made my list. So coming in at number 10 is Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle is directed by a man I've never heard of, Dexter Fletcher. It's about something that I had no idea. It's a biopic about Eddie the Eagle Edwards. And it's just, I like this film a lot, and sadly, it didn't make any money for some reason. It had a budget of $23 million. I don't even think it made its money back.
Bad release date. It came out really early in the year.
February.
Yeah, really early in the year.
I actually didn't even see this movie in the movie theaters. I know he did, but then he told me about it, so I watched it, and I liked it a lot more. I liked it more than he did.
I really enjoyed this film as well. It's in my honorable mentions. A little spoiler alert, but I really do like this film, but not in my top 10. Just missed it.
And some things I liked about it, obviously the true story, but also I love the soundtrack in it. And I think Taron Egerton's up and coming. I liked him a lot in it. So there's my number 10.
It's a very heartfelt film as well. Okay, and my number 9 film is Green Room. This is directed by Jeremy Saulnier, another small-time director. He also directed Blue Ruin. The star is Anton Yelchin, which he's in the Star Trek series. You guys might know him from there. Also a pretty small guy.
I can do that.
Yeah. Also, he just recently passed away, so rest in peace. And then also, the big star in this movie, great in the movie, my favorite part, Patrick Stewart. And he plays an intimidating man. Before you watch this movie, do not look up anything. I want you knowing nothing before going in. This is a great horror thriller film. Again, I love horror thriller. It's probably my favorite genre, maybe one of my favorite genres. This film is extremely suspenseful. I've seen it twice in theaters. I absolutely adore this film. Did you see it?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend watched it, and we both liked it. It wasn't in our top 10. It was a good movie. Had some good thriller aspect to it. But other than that, it wasn't my top 10.
It's neo-Nazis. It's these neo-Nazis are bad people. Obviously, neo-Nazis are not good people. And they're just trying to get our main characters. You'll see. Like I said, you want to know nothing when you walk into this film. but definitely give it a watch.
All right, coming in at my number 9, and this is a film that I know is higher on his list, so I'm not gonna really talk about it. We'll talk about it later. At number 9, it is Sing Street. I know we're gonna talk about it later. I know.
A crime. And my number 8 film of the year is Moana. Moana is a magical film. It's my favorite animated movie that came out this year. I know that's the unpopular opinion. Most people like Zootopia or Kubo and the Two Strings, but Moana was my favorite. I personally enjoyed it the most. The animation is the best we've ever seen. Best ever put to screen. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in this movie singing. Come on now, guys. That's incredible.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. There are great songs. The girl that plays Moana, I don't know her name. It's a long, kind of weirder name. But her voice is so beautiful.
Her voice is amazing.
Unbelievable. And she sings the best song of the movie, How Far I'll Go. Look it up now. You'll thank me later. This movie is incredible. Funny. It's the animation. You get everything in this movie. Family. You can take your entire family to go see it. Everyone in the family will like it. I love this movie. Yep.
Yeah, I liked Moana a lot. I gave it, I think, an 8 out of 10. I just found the plot to be simplistic, but everything, like you said, is true. He just liked it a little more than I did. Coming in at my number 8 is Doctor Strange. For some reason, I think people sleep on this movie. It's like just another Marvel movie, and it almost kind of gets swept under the rug. It's the last one. It's the most previously one released, and no one's really talking about it. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was a perfect cast for Doctor Strange. The special effects in this movie is like nothing we've seen before. The movie was funny. Pretty much everything I wanted in a Marvel film. And it's directed by Scott Derrickson, which I don't really know much about him, but I know he's like a horror director, and he come over to Marvel and he produces this great film. Marvel just can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I like the film. It didn't hit with me as much as it did for him. I think it's just a pretty solid film, pretty good Marvel film. Scott Derrickson is great, obviously. It is one of the visually stunning, truly. It's like kind of Inception times 10.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is great, obviously.
No, the ending's great.
Ending's great. Just it didn't hit as well with me. I think some of the comedy, actually a lot of the comedy for me missed. And I mean, flat out missed. And it was awkward. Like in the theater, the audience I seen it with, I mean, dead silence when we're supposed to be laughing, and it was just weird. But I did enjoy the movie. Moving on to my number 7 film, it is Captain America: Civil War. This film is directed by the Russo brothers, and he likes it more than me. So we'll talk about a lot of it later. But Captain America: Civil War, great action. There's one scene, if you haven't seen this movie, you will be smiling from ear to ear for 16 minutes straight. No doubt about it. Great emotion. I was scared there were going to be no stakes in the film, and they were just going to be taking it easy on each other, and that is not the case. There are times where I think characters are going to kill each other. Great film. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But number 7.
He's a fool. But anyways, we're going to go to my number 7. Coming at number 7 for me is Don't Breathe. This is a movie that is directed by Fede Alvarez, and he steals the show in this movie.
He definitely does.
It's pretty much, the whole film is shot in this house, and by the end of the film, you know every nook and cranny of the house. Just the suspense. From the moment the main characters walk into the house, you're on the edge of your seat, and you're wondering what's going to happen next from the moment they walk in. And that's what I wanted in a horror/thriller movie.
Yeah.
When I seen the trailer for this, I was like super excited. I told my brother that this movie's gonna be great, and he was like, "Oh no, it's not gonna be good." But we both went and seen it, and it was probably one of our best theater experiences of the year. Everyone was just at the end of the movie. Everyone was just so happy, and it was just a great horror movie. One thing that I didn't enjoy about the film was there's just one, I guess you can call it a character.
It's a character. Has a story arc.
Yeah, and it's extreme. Like, that's really the only thing that I didn't like about the movie, and I don't know why they decided to take this route. It had a good scene, and then they decided to try to make more and more scenes with this character.
And real quick, it would be a shame not to mention Stephen Lang. This man is a monster in this film. He is intimidating. He is scary. This man is a beast in this film.
Some people have said that he may get nominated, but obviously
it would be a long shot. Yeah. You know, the Oscars don't like films like this. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a bigger budget as well. It made a lot of money in the box office, by the way, because it is a great horror film. Just missed out on my top 10. It is in my honorable mentions.
Another spoiler alert.
Yeah, another spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. But like I said, I really do enjoy this film. He loved it. Yeah. Guys, and we are now at number 6, and my number 6 film is 10 Cloverfield Lane. This film is directed by Dan Trachtenberg. I have no clue who this man is. You guys, I'm sure, have never heard of him. Have you ever heard of him?
Nope.
He's a small guy as well. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a sequel to Cloverfield, but came back out in, I think, 2008, I think it was, I believe. And that was directed by Matt Reeves. But it's really J.J. Abrams' baby. He writes these films. It's his company that puts these out. J.J. Abrams, these are all his ideas. And I love Cloverfield. I know he didn't like it that much. But this film...
I haven't seen Cloverfield in I don't know how long. I don't like the shaky camera, so that's why. And this movie is completely different.
Completely different. J.J. explained it as a far distant cousin. This film is the complete opposite of Cloverfield. Cloverfield is a big monster attacking the city. In this, you are in a small bunker.
Yeah.
And it is so claustrophobic. You feel that in the movie. 3 actors, people. There are 3 actors, and all of them are amazing. The best, John Goodman. This one as well, John Goodman could be nominated for an Oscar. He won't. The Academy doesn't like films like this, but he could be nominated for sure. This is probably actually his best performance ever. I like it better than The Big Lebowski. He's funny in that, but this is a more serious role, and he is incredible. You never know if he's good or bad. Don't look up too much about this film. See it for yourself. A lot of people didn't like the ending, but it's a Cloverfield movie, people. Yeah. So you're gonna get that ending. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is incredible, and the guy is John Gallagher Jr. Yeah, it's something like that. He's good as well.
You guys may know him from the movie, Netflix movie called Hush.
Yeah,
he's the villain in that movie, and that's the only thing that I know him.
I don't know him other than this really as well. But this movie is incredible. Like I said, it's a very tight film. Like you're in this bunker the entire movie. And I'm not gonna spoil the end, but go check it out, guys.
All right, now for my number 6, Hacksaw Ridge. Mel Gibson is back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Garfield is amazing in this movie. He'll be nominated for Best Actor.
He will.
You got some other supporting roles like Hugo Weaving for his dad. He's great. No one ever talks about him.
Yeah, he's good.
And then we get some of the best action, or best war sequences in this movie. I mean, the movie is really 2 parts. You got the boot camp and before the war for the first half, and then you got the second half is just straight war, and it actually kind of hits you out of nowhere. This movie is just all around. It's essentially perfect. It's just going to be how this movie made you feel, and this just hits every aspect for me.
There aren't too many flaws in this film. It didn't make my list just because I just didn't enjoy it as much as he did. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying most people will enjoy this film. Actually, most people will actually probably have this on their top 10 list. You'll see. Great film. Like you said, Mel Gibson is back. What's his face is incredible. I forget his name.
No, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. I couldn't think of his name. He is unbelievable. He will be nominated. Probably won't win, but he will be nominated. Great film. Go see it, guys. And real quick, probably some of the best war action since Saving Private Ryan.
And another thing about Andrew Garfield, which is surprising, he's in another movie coming out that we haven't seen yet. It's Silence, and I've heard his performance in that is almost
incredible.
As great as Hacksaw Ridge. So I'm he's definitely becoming really great.
He's getting bigger.
The Social Network.
Yeah, that was his best role ever. The Social Network should have snubbed, biggest snub of the Oscars ever. Should have won. Okay, and now my number 5 film of the year, Star Wars Rogue One.
Number 5.
Everyone knows Star Wars is my baby. I mean, for instance, people, look right now. Look what I'm wearing. Star Wars, the original 3 are the greatest movies of all time. Plain and simple. And what Rogue One did, somehow, is made the original better. It builds on the Star Wars lore so good. perfect. Perfect fan service. This is how you do fan service. You watch Rogue One. They do it perfectly. Let me go ahead and say the last minute of the film. I'm gonna leave it there.
He works at a movie theater, and he literally sneaks in there at the end of the film just to watch the last minute. That's how great it is. I love it. Everyone, it's a great last impression for the Star Wars movie. It just, you leave and you're just like, wow.
You are mind blown. One of the greatest Star Wars moments of all time.
Yeah.
This movie, for me, it's better than every movie besides the original 3 and The Force Awakens. It's better than all the prequels. This is the only prequel I know. Okay, people? This film is directed by Gareth Edwards. I should mention all this real quick. Directed by Gareth Edwards. Did it unbelievable. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you for not letting us down. Directed Godzilla before. Decent. The cast. Let's start mentioning some. Forrest Whitaker's great. Kind of a smaller role. Great part, though. He plays Saw Gerrera. Mm-hmm. We got Diego Luna. He's actually one of the better parts. What's your favorite character? Diego Luna's up there. He's one of the better ones. We have, what?
Vader.
That's Vader, people. We have Felicity Jones playing the main role.
Alan Tudyk.
Oh, yeah, Alan Tudyk is actually the best part, other than Vader.
Mm-hmm.
But he plays K2SO,
yeah.
And funny. He's got the best arc of all of them.
Star Wars can create some good droids and robots.
The droids are the best. Yeah.
R2-D2.
I really can't say enough about this film in a small segment like this, but Rogue One, definitely go see it. It builds on the Star Wars lore, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. The more of a Star Wars fan you are, I believe the more you will actually enjoy the film. But great film. Amazing film.
Alright, now coming in at my number 5 is a movie he hasn't seen. It's Nocturnal Animals. Nocturnal Animals is directed by Tom Ford, he's like a fashion guy, and it's kind of somewhat has some fashion into this movie, but it gets performances great out of obviously Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams and Michael Shannon, who has a chance of possibly getting nominated. This movie is it's unique, it's original, it's different from pretty much every movie I've seen this year. And that's why it deserves a spot at number 5.
That's what I've heard. Sorry guys, I slipped. I definitely want to see this bad. I love Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams, but it just slipped for me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, and my number 4 film is Hell or High Water. This film was directed by David Mackenzie, starring Ben Foster, Chris Pine, and Jeff Bridges. And obviously, they are all incredible. It's just they're all amazing. Ben Foster's amazing. Chris Pine, this is his best performance ever. But like I said, they're all amazing, and we kind of expected that. Obviously, we're not going to see Jeff Bridges and Ben Foster turn in bad performances. Never happened. They're all incredible. This is a modern-day Western. This is the new American Western. Yeah. What it felt like to me is No Country for Old Men and Fargo, if they had a kid. Hell or High Water would pop out. Yep. This film is incredible. Once again, Ben Foster and Chris Pine play brothers. Yeah. And one character you despise, I'm not going to tell you which, and one character you actually love his story, and you actually feel for him, and you'll see when you see the movie. This is a definite must-see. Films like this don't come out, seriously, they don't come out often enough. They truly don't.
So coming in at my number 4 is Arrival. Arrival is directed by a great upcoming new director named Denis Villeneuve or something like that. It's super hard to pronounce. Yeah. I've always just said Dennis Villeneuve, but I know that's not right.
Yeah.
The movie, it's just about, I think everyone has probably seen the trailer for this movie. It just has Amy Adams, Forrest Whitaker, and Jeremy Renner, and they all obviously give great performances. And
yeah.
This movie is not an action movie. So don't go in looking for a nice, fun action movie. It's a slow burn.
Yep.
It makes you think, and this is the reason why we love the movie a lot.
Thinkers.
Is because you leave the movie theater and you think about it for days on end.
Yep, you do. You truly. I was thinking about this movie after I saw it for days and days. Me and my dad actually went and seen it together, and when the movie got over, this couple that's seen it in front of us, heard us talking about it, came back, and we had a 10-minute discussion right there in the theater. Mm-hmm. That's what this movie is.
The movie is I know some people that have watched it that haven't liked it, so it definitely isn't for everyone, really, I guess. But what this movie does perfectly is if aliens were to come to Earth,
Yep.
this is what would happen.
This is the most realistic version
Yes.
we've ever seen.
This is so, and it's different because it hasn't been done before. But this is exactly what would happen.
This isn't Independence Day, people.
Yeah.
And don't, seriously, I told him, I seen it first. Do not go in there thinking that, because then I could see where some people were off put. Like, man, this is slow. There ain't no action in this film. It's not about that. It's about a deeper meaning, and you guys will see when you watch the film. Actually, our roles reversed. So my 3 is Arrival, and his 4 is Hell or High Water. So you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, my number 3 is Hell or High Water. He just talked about it recently.
You reversed.
So this movie, it's a great movie. An unexpected movie.
Yeah.
It came out in August or something like that.
Yeah.
And no one heard about it. It almost was like a straight to VOD.
Almost.
Like it was just one of those movies that you're like, it kind of just slips by, but it has great actors. So I'm like, we give
A
it
diamond
a
in
shot.
the rough for sure.
Yeah. So give it a shot, and I obviously liked it just a little more than him because my number 3.
Well, we both loved it. We both loved this film.
And now for his number 4. His
3,
number 3 is
Arrival. Arrival, exactly what he said. All the performances are great. It's just, this film hit me because it's about more than the film. Like, the film is a great message, and I think they portray that message beautifully.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a thinker. I love the ending. I guess it's a good little plot twist, if you say.
Mm.
And if you like it, I loved it. He loved it.
Yeah.
I guess if you don't like it, that could make it or break it for the movie. But the meaning is so great in this film. And then what he said, Denis Villeneuve. I think that's how you pronounce it. He is, I mean...
For those of you who don't know, he directed Prisoners,
We
which
are
is
3
fantastic.
great movies now, people.
And then Sicario.
Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival. Look for this man. Watch his movies. Every single one of his movies are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So watch any of them. This man is an up-and-coming director. His next film is Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. I'm looking forward to that now. Watch out for Denis Villeneuve. Go watch Arrival.
I definitely watch these 2 movies,
Yeah.
Hell or Water and Arrival.
Seriously, guys, these are movies that are honestly incredible.
Yeah.
My number 2 favorite movie of the year, Sing Street, which was a lot higher up in his list.
Yeah.
He's silly. But this was directed and written by John Carney. He did Once, if you guys have seen that movie. I actually have not. I know music's in that one as well. What's super impressive about this is he actually wrote the songs in the film. I think that's mind-blowing to me.
The songs obviously are the best part pretty much for the movie.
Yeah, these characters are so enjoyable, and you love every single one of them. You're rooting for them. They create this band. It's about love. It's about this the brother, or the impact of an older brother, and I love seeing that. I actually haven't never seen them on screen about the brother, like an older brother's impact. And I think they do it so well. And like I said, this movie is once again magical. Everyone I haven't heard anyone dislike this film. Everyone will love Sing Street. The music is great. The acting's great. It's very emotional. There are parts in this movie where you want to cry. People will cry in this movie when you see this movie. People will cry. Drive It Like You Stole It is the song.
You'll know.
Man, I've been listening to this film, this song for weeks now. Ever since I've seen this film, I've been raving about it. Go see Sing Street. Incredible film. Very emotional.
All right. For my number 2. Everyone I know has seen this movie, so it won't come as a surprise, is Zootopia. Zootopia is the best animated film of the year, not Moana. This movie, it's directed by like 2 guys, and they actually give voiceovers in the movie. And if you've seen the movie, it's the 2 like gazelle or elks or whatever, the neighbor to Judy Hopps, the main character.
Yeah.
So there's a little Easter egg, and this movie has tons of Easter eggs. I didn't think it was predictable. It's a great message. It's grossed over like $1 billion already.
A lot of money.
Yeah, this movie is just, and it comes no surprise to me because it's great. But the voice actors in it are just perfect. J.K. Simmons as the mayor is perfect voice. Idris
Idris
Elba
Elba.
for Chief Bogo.
Bateman.
Yeah, but Jason Bateman's actually great. I love Bateman in this movie. He like fits the role perfectly. And then everyone remembers the sloth scene, perfect for DMVs. The movie is just genius. And
a good little Breaking Bad reference.
yeah, this movie references so many other movies. It's unbelievable, like Godfather and all these movies. It just everything about this is just great, and the animation is up there with Moana. Just the attention of detail to the movie, or the hairs on their heads and the hairs on their body, just everything in this movie is so great. And then you have the great song by Shakira, "Try Everything," which may get nominated for best song. Maybe
we'll see.
Yeah.
I also really like this film. This was on my no spoiler alert, on my honorable mentions. It just missed it. I liked Moana better. That's about it, guys. This film is really great. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah.
And go check it out for sure. Now we're down to the big number one. And my number one film of the year comes to no surprise, La La Land, people. La La Land.
Which we just reviewed recently.
Just reviewed. Go watch our review. You'll get a more in-depth review. Mm-hmm. Damien Chazelle, Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling. This film will tear the Oscars up. Will win almost every Oscar you see. I almost guarantee you this. Mm-hmm. Best Picture. Best editing, best director, best actress. He won't win for best actor, sadly, because he gives a great performance. But this film is amazing, very emotional. This is another ending here. This ending will leave you scarred. Leave you scarred. So I won't gonna get into any spoilers. A musical. I don't usually like musicals, but this is incredible.
Two musicals.
Two musicals on my on this list this year. Sing Street 3.
Oh.
Sing Street and. Obviously, La La Land, but definitely go check this one out. My favorite film of the year. Actually, thinking back, it's probably my favorite film of the year for like the last few years. It's one of the better films that we've seen in a while.
All right, so my number one is Captain America: Civil War. I know it's lower on his list, which is a shame, but at least it's on his list. La La Land is an honorable mention for me. It's just musicals aren't really my thing. It's a great movie. It just
go watch it and you will cry.
The best ever made. But Captain America: Civil War is just some of the best action we've ever gotten. There is a 18-minute airport battle scene with superheroes fighting each other.
Pretty insane.
Who doesn't want that? The movie is really just great action all the way throughout. Obviously, great performances from all the great actors. And the story is actually what sets it up for the 10 for me. To get the 10 is that it's not just a great action movie, but you, like you said earlier, you flip sides. Yeah. You don't know, like going in, I'm like Team Iron Man, but then in the movie, I'm like questioning myself, like, do I side with Captain America or Tony Stark? And it's just a great movie all around.
Yeah, what team did you come out with?
I still think I'd probably be Captain America.
Yeah, I went into Captain America, and I remain Captain America. But like you said, they give great argument. It's not biased at all. They give good arguments why you should be on Team Iron Man, and great arguments why you should be Team Captain America. And like you said, great action. I've already told you. There's the one scene you talked about with the 18 minutes or whatever, how long it is, where you're just smiling from ear to ear.
And then that's not even the end of the movie. It's like towards the end, and in the end, even like that fight. Like almost keeps up with the 18-minute airport scene, and then we also I gotta mention Spider-Man. Tom Holland plays him, which is gonna be in the new Spider-Man Homecoming next year. So he's great introduction.
Probably the best Spider-Man ever we've ever seen on screen.
And we've only gotten 10, 15, 20 minutes of him on screen. So there's my number one.
Some honorable mentions. I've already mentioned a few, like Zootopia. What did I mention? Which one's on your list? Don't Breathe.
Eddie the Eagle, maybe.
Eddie the Eagle, that was also one. My other honorable mentions, Deepwater Horizon, The Nice Guys, and this is the one that may have come to him as a surprise that didn't make my list, Manchester by the Sea. I actually really love this movie. It's just, I can never see myself watching it again. It's truly a movie where once you see it, there's nothing good about the movie. And what I mean by that is like the character goes through nothing good. His life is miserable. And I can't see myself sitting through that again. A lot of people cry coming out of that movie. I did not, but a lot of people did cry. It's a very emotional movie, so I won't see that again. And that's why it just couldn't make my top 10. But I think that you guys should definitely go see it. Check it out one time. Also, I have Deadpool, which was not mentioned. Did I say Lights Out?
No.
Lights Out. And that's my honorable mentions, guys.
For my honorable mentions, obviously, Deadpool was one that it's a great movie. I like Deadpool a lot actually. Probably an 8 out of 10.
That's what I gave it.
I feel like it's like a lot of people hyped it. Like Ryan Reynolds is great, obviously, but it's just joke after joke after joke in the movie. And if you think about it, you're not laughing the whole movie. And so a lot of times for me, the jokes you're just getting joke after joke. I'm not even laughing. So really, it's only hitting some of the time, but the jokes that hit are obviously great. It's a great action movie. I'm excited for the next one.
Definitely.
And I'm excited to see Cable on screen. So he's a very cool
And
character.
hopefully it will be Stephen Lang playing him.
Yeah. And then another one was like Rogue One. I liked Rogue One a lot. I just thought it was just a nice action movie in Star Wars. It definitely makes the New Hope original better, but you get the last third act is great. But the first two are just eh.
That was great world building.
And then La La Land was another one I mentioned. And then another one that we almost put on our top 10 was Nice Guys. The Nice Guys was another great film.
Just missed the list.
Yeah, just missed barely. Almost snuck in over Eddie the Eagle.
Shane Black directed that film.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling just are great
Their
together.
chemistry is maybe the best of the year between two actors. It's up there for sure. The chemistry is incredible.
And then my last film on the honorable mentions was 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's a great movie.
Yep.
We already talked about that.
Yep.
All right. There's our top 10 and our honorable mentions.
Yep. I hope you guys enjoyed them. In the comments below, go ahead and put your top 10 and your honorable mentions. We'll see what they are.
All right, thanks for watching.
Yep. See you guys.